Now, I'm sure there's lots of people tuning in this morning going to be very interested in this, because securing a mortgage can be a minefield, but they're here to break it down is finance expert and founder of moneysherpa.ie, Mark Coan. Good morning to you, Mark. We were chatting there about mortgage, and we are now in Europe the third lowest country to apply for a mortgage in the rate.
We are right now, actually. We do, for the first time in a long time, we do have the lowest interest rates across Europe. But I don't think that's going to stay for long. I think it's a little bit that the banks have been a little bit cold. I would expect those rates to rise over the next few months.
Or normally the highest interest rate for mortgages.
So previously we've been the highest for about 10 years. So I think things will revert to normal, but they're good at the moment.
Can we take it right back to the initial steps? Because these aren't things that we are taught in school. If there's someone at home and we're all sitting there, well, there's no point in applying for a mortgage because I'm a single person, it's 3.5 times your salary. If you are going, right, at some stage I'm going to have to apply for a mortgage, what do you need to do to prepare for it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really tough out there in the housing market at the moment. So the first thing I'd say is if you are looking at getting a property, then get your mortgage sorted as early as possible. And it's not actually as complicated as people might think. So the really important thing is, if a bank is going to lend you 200,000, 300,000 euro, the thing that they're concerned about, are they going to get their money back?
Yeah.
So the real thing that you have to do is prove that you're good for the money. And really, there's 2 steps to prove that. The first is that you've got to have evidence that you've been putting aside regularly for 6 months before you apply enough to, if there was a mortgage, you'd be able to pay it. So you're saving each month about the amount that you would be paying in your mortgage.
Bank accounts and bank statements?
They do. Now, there is good news. If you're renting, though, that counts. Because obviously, if you're paying a rent, then it's really hard to save.
But are they going to look for more? Like, these days, we have got people from Limerick to Galway to Waterford to Dublin paying 1.5 to 2 grand to 3 grand a month on rent. Are they going to want to see that rent or see rent and savings?
Right. It only depends. For most people, the rent will be enough because, unfortunately, we've got the situation where the rents are actually higher than mortgage payments, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably enough evidence. If you do need to check what your mortgage is going to be, because if you're trading up to a lot bigger, then you might have a jump. So you may have to top up a little bit. But in theory, you could get it you could get a mortgage with no savings. But that's the first thing. The second thing that I really encourage people to do is check out if they've got any skeletons in their cupboard in terms of credit. If there's anything around credit cards or loans. So there's the Central Credit Register. So basically, you apply to the Central Credit Register. Just check if there's any red flags. What you don't want to do is apply and then find or you, and if you're buying with a partner,
had a bad credit rating in the past because of something that you didn't pay off, and there's a black mark against your name.
Yeah, because that can actually kill your mortgage stone dead. So if you've got something outstanding, and it may be something you went off travelling when you were 18, 19 and you left a credit card unpaid, a nominal amount, then it will be at least 2 years before you can actually apply for a mortgage. So get that sorted straight away.
It won't stand to you. Like, I do know lots of people who got credit cards when they were in first year in college, and my God, there was issues and bailiffs and all that kind of stuff. So will that be gone if you've paid it off and you've sorted it all out and it's 2 years later?
Once you clear it, 2 years with certain lenders, some need 5. But the one thing that I would say to people is just check if there's nothing funny, and make sure if you're applying, you and your partner check.
Can I just ask, if that was like a couple of £100 that you didn't pay, is that going to stop you getting a mortgage?
It could mount up. The important thing is you get it sorted. If you get it sorted, the clock starts ticking. So those are the 2 gotchas, really. Make sure your repayments are happening and your CCRs.